Greetings. Today on my table I have the Milwaukee M18 BLDDRC cordless drill, or the 3601 in the US version. Let's take a look at it and I'll share my impressions. Let's start by looking at the chuck. The one that came stock, I moved exactly where it belongs, to the trash. Initially it comes with a painted chuck that has a fixed front collar. After a month of use, it was covered in rust. My father uses the previous model of this drill, and the chuck there stopped working properly. Didn't even take a year. So I replaced it with a proper room chuck with a rotating front collar and a plastic sleeve. Now it's a pleasure to work with. But I'll say right away that the dimensions and weight may differ from the original. Dimensions: body length 105 millimeters, total length 148 millimeters, height 200 millimeters. Oh, wait. There it weighs 990 grams. With a 2Ah battery is 1.4 kilograms, and with a 3Ah, 1.6 kilograms. Oh. The speed switch is naturally on top. It's small and stiff. There are two speeds, 550 and 1700 RPM. The clutch has 14 settings that switch very clearly and pleasantly. 14 settings, 13 for driving and 14 for drilling. On the back, under the handle, there are huge slots for a lanyard. If you touch them, you just want to file them down a bit. There is a light on the front. Everything is good there. It shines exactly where needed with any length of bit. It came with a belt clip and a bit holder, which I've lost somewhere, so I won't be showing that. The only thing I'll note is that the bit holder was improved compared to the previous generation, and it has become much more convenient and practical. The drill fits perfectly in the hand. If you have a larger hand, I think it will also be a great fit. It's most convenient to use with a 2Ah battery, but if you need more power, then use the 3Ah. With a 5Ah, I don't like the weight balance. How is it in use? Compared to previous generations, the clutch is much nicer here. It drives small screws without any issues. In the video, the screws are 2.5 by 10. But the clutch still has a quirk. The first 5 positions work very softly and neatly, but as soon as you switch from the 5th to the 6th, the nice progression fails and the screws start sinking too deep. That is, there is a sharp jump in torque between the 5th and 6th positions. Speed doesn't matter here. In terms of power, it's more than enough for me. I have no need to drive massive lag bolts, as people love to do in videos. For most work with wood and metal, it's an excellent choice. You can use it to assemble furniture if needed, or drill through steel with a 13mm bit. So if you don't have any specific heavy-duty tasks, this drill can easily handle most jobs. Well then, pros, cons, and nuances. The first plus is the size-to-power ratio. It is simply amazing here. The ergonomics are excellent. To this day, it's probably one of the most comfortable Milwaukee drills I've ever come across. I mean, it's not just about working with it, it's just pleasant to hold in your hands. Small, lightweight, convenient, powerful. A real joy. The work light is excellent here. Now, a con. The first default con is that there's a piece of junk installed as the chuck. I can't call it anything else. Over the years, I've gotten used to Milwaukee, and I don't even wait for this chuck to break, so I replace it immediately. Their chucks are disgusting both on the European and American versions. Unless perhaps on the fuel line tools, they are more durable. And, of course, a con that I always talk about and will continue to bring up every time: repairability. Repairability doesn't exist here. In case of any electrical failure, you have to part number 67 entirely. That is, the stator, board, sensors, buttons, ribbon cable, and terminal. Everything else is one single part, costing $150 or more. It depends on the country where you look. And that's with the price of the drill itself being around $200. Again, depending on where you find it. For me, it's just, why am I even focusing on this? Any tool breaks. Milwaukee, Festool, Fein, Muffel, and the like. If a tool isn't just sitting on a shelf, sooner or later it will need to be serviced and repaired. With this one, it says, buy it, use it, throw it away. I mean, for cheap tools from marketplaces, this model is familiar, but for a brand name tool, it's quite strange. So what's the bottom line? This is a very successful drill with excellent ergonomics and great balance. If you need a compact, powerful, and convenient tool, this is one of those options that you just pick up and work with. It's become trendy now to talk about Chinese Makita killers or Milwaukee killers for pennies that are just as good. Let's be honest. If you take a Chinese tool with 60 Newton meters, it will be larger, not to mention the quality of the plastic, fit and finish, operation, balance, and so on. I mean, yes, they can turn, but in terms of feel and quality, they are in different leagues. I can easily recommend this thing. That's actually all for now. Good luck to everyone.